The next is about buses. So, what are buses means? It is a interconnected. It is a set of lines which is used to connect different devices. Okay, so that is what we know about bus. So let us see the things which are related to bus. Processor, main memory, and I/O devices are interconnected by means of bus. So the bus is the one through which we are interconnecting all the different units of a computer. So that is nothing but processor, main memory, and I/O devices. Bus provides a bus provides a communication path for the transfer of data. But bus also includes lines to support interrupts and arbitration. So it not only provides the data which is used for transmission, along with that it is also going to have the lines which is used for interruption as well as for arbitration. Okay. So a bus protocol is a set of rules that governs the behavior of various devices connected to the bus as to when to place the information on the bus, when to assert control signal, etc. Means this bus is going to have some set of rules and regulations which are to be followed whenever it is transmitting the data. So means it has to check whether the encryption and the decryption techniques which are connected from this bus to the peripheral are they same, or if they are different, what it has to do, whether it has to continue with the work or whether it has to give an error or warning, whatever it is. So these things has to be taken care by the protocols which are followed while transmitting the data, and that is taken care by the bus. And next is about the buses which is continued. Bus lines may be grouped into three types. So as we already know from the first chapter only that the buses is grouped into three types. So one is data, and the one is address, and then control. Okay, so and the data are bidirectional buses, address is a unidirectional, whereas control, and once again it is a bidirectional. So whenever we are using the control signal, so here are the some of the things which are related to it. Control signals specify whether it is a read or write operation. So whether we are performing a read or write operation, it is known by the control signal. And then required size of the data, how much size of data we require. So when several operand sizes are possible, so we can transmit the data in terms of bytes, in terms of words, in terms of long words, as an array, etc. Okay, so the size of data is to be known. So okay, that is sent as a control signal, and then timing information to indicate whether the processor and the I/O devices may place the data or receive the data from the bus. So by what time the transmission is to be taken place, that is once again taken care by control signals. Schemes for timing of data transfer over the bus can be classified into synchronous and asynchronous. So depending upon the timing of data transmission, so we are going to have synchronous transfer and asynchronous transfer. Synchronous transfer means the transmission takes place at the same time as that of the system clock. So means it goes as that of the system clock speed. So whereas asynchronous means the device speed may differ from the system clock. So that is called as asynchronous. So the synchronous bus. So this is a diagram which shows the synchronous bus. So in a synchronous bus, whatever the data which we are transferring, it goes along with this system clock. So a clock cycle means we are going to have a one high and one low together form one cycle. Then whatever the data transmission takes place, it happens only at the start of the cycle, bus cycle. So if that is the way of transmission, then that comes under synchronous transmission, and the bus is called synchronous bus. And as in this diagram we can see that, so this is a bus clock. So and then the address and the command, so they are latched at the same time as the time when the clock is at its high edge. So it is transmitting from the 0 state to the 1 state at the same time. C1, the address and the commands are latching. That is at T0 instance of time, the address and commands are latched, and then we are going to get the address which is placed on the address bus at the trailing edge of this clock. Then that is at the time T1, what we are doing means we are placing the address on the we are placing the data on the data bus. So and then by the end of this bus cycle, so this data is already transmitted. So if in this way, if we are transferring the data at the same time as that of the clock, means it is synchronizing with the bus clock, then we are going to say that the bus is a synchronous bus.